What's going on YouTube? Guardedkam here from Team KYP. Just got a deck profile for you. We got the Magnet Warriors, the new ones. Like, wow, what they are. Well, I also got the new Delta in here as well. I had such a hard time with this deck because I had another formula. I had what everybody else was using, the Fusion Gate method, but I didn't like that because you banish too many of them, like of Valkyrion, Berserkion, and then you really can't. Like, if let's like, I have, I think, 2 of Imperion, and if you get rid of, let's say, like all of them, at least you can't go into it anymore. So I like my build a little bit better because I interpret, well, I put in the new promo we got there. What is it? Fusion recycling plant, and it's good because at least then you could discard, and this deck works really well with the graveyard to banish. Like, it banishes a lot of graveyard stuff, but I mean, as long as it's in graveyard, that's all that really matters. Like, I like you can use Fusion Recycling Plant with if you discard, because you got what Fusion Recycling Plant does is you discard 1 card in hand, and you can get 1 polymerization to your hand. So the best thing what I would do, like, is to dump. You could dump Delta, or depending on what other situations, you can get rid of your Soldier of Stone or your the Gem Knight Obsidian. So it all depends. I guess it's like a situational which one do you need for at the time. Like, most of what I like to try doing is go for Imperion, but sometimes it doesn't always work out. It all depends on your hand. I also try going for Harbinger at least first turn to try stopping them. Like, so I put a lot of rank 8s in here too. Like, I got Harbinger, I got Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon, I got Galaxy Eyes Dark Matter Dragon, and so forth for rank 8s. Because you can go into it. Just said you can get Zirconia and Block Dragon out, or even 2 Zirconia if you can pull that off. But either Zirconia and Block Dragon to go into one of your rank 8s. So then you just go off like that. I mean, a lot of people maybe play more rank 4s. I have 4s, but I mean, got a few rank 3s too. But instead of just talking about it, let's start the deck profile. We'll get into it. Alright, onto the deck. We'll do main deck first. I don't show my side decks because, like, side decks is optional. Like, well, not optional, but like anybody's side deck is like up to their choice, like depending on the meta what they're facing. So leave it at that. So start off, I play 2 Berserkion. He's like the new boss of the deck. Well, besides Imperion himself, but him, he's better than Valkyrion. Like, most of the new ones are better. So what he does is he can, as long as you have Magnet Warriors in the graveyard, you can banish them as many as you want per turn, and target cards on their field and destroy them. The only thing that sucks is that it's targeting, but I mean, other than that, it's still good. Like, you can destroy, if you destroy 3 Magnet Warriors out of your, like, if you send 3 to the banish zone, you can pop 3 cards on their side. It's pretty good. Then you play 2 Valkyrion. Well, even for Berserkion, I did have them at 3, but I had both of them at 3, but sometimes I find it clogs. So 2 is good, because then I can usually get rid of them if I need to. Now, on to the 3s of, I play the 3 alphas. He's your main searcher for it. If you don't open up with one of the big guys, he'll search them out no matter what. You can search either Valkyrion or Berserkion, which is good, because then, let's say you have only Berserkion in hand, you need Valkyrion, just normal summon him, or special summon him. You still get him. And let's say you don't open up with Alpha, and you open up with Beta. He searches out any 4 or under Magnet Warrior, which comes in handy because let's say you don't open with him. And then we got Gamma for this. I don't really like Gamma. He's not that good unless you have, let's say, another Magnet Warrior, but sometimes that's not always the case. But with his effect, it's okay. Like, I had him at 1. 1 is hard sometimes because, like, sometimes if you have Berserkion in hand and you want to get him out on the field, it's good to have maybe 2 of him, because then sometimes you might need him again in the graveyard. So I keep him at 2. It works for me. Like, I had him at 1, it didn't work. Go bother. Now I got the new guy. I got Delta. He is amazing to the deck now because like before, like the deck still functioned, but with him it makes it so much better, more consistent. Like just get more of him out on the field. Like especially like if you pop all three, if you have all three of the Magnet Warriors, pop them and you could get all three of him out. You don't have to go to the graveyard next turn. It doesn't really matter because then you can bring out Valkyrion with him also. I mean, he's not the greatest, but you can still get Valkyrion, and he's a good dump. Like you can just dump cards to the graveyard, like your Magnet Warriors, which you need to the graveyard. You want to summon Berserker if you have all three of the new ones. I played 2 Sentry Soldier of Stone because he's a good card to get rid of as well. You can use it like what I usually do with him is that I'll Brilliant Fusion with him and Obsidian, get him to graveyard, and then just special summon him next because that's what he does. Once per turn you can special summon him from the graveyard as long as you have 1 Earth monster on the field. He's pretty good. Like, and you can go to your rank 3s too. Also, like you can go into, if you have another rank 3 on the field, like one of the Magnet Warriors, go into one of the extra deck guys for like me. Like the main target for him is like he's like one of your Gorgonic Guardian targets. Like it's pretty good. And then we got Obsidian, Gem Knight Obsidian. He's good too to dump, like to get to the graveyard, especially if you have extra monsters in the graveyard while you dump him, because then you can special summon one of them back. And he's also just he's a target for Brilliant Fusion. But I mean, other than that, like, or rank 3 thing, like I said, a lot of rank 3s in here. I play the 1 block dragon because I like his effect where you that he can special summon himself from the hand or graveyard as long as you banish 3 monsters, and then even if he gets destroyed, you can bring. I think you can special summon 3 from the deck. Let's make sure. Yeah, it's special summon 3 from the deck as long as they equal up to his levels. His level 8, so you can get 2 back at least, unless you get a weird number. Then I played the 3 original Magnet Warriors. I only played 1 of them because sometimes I like to just blow them up to get them on the field. Like, usually you would try going for Delta, but then I like having the originals because they're the original OG guys. I like to have them because they're what started the Magnet Warrior guys. But I mean, that's up to you. Like, you don't even have to run them. I've seen a lot of people don't run them, but I like to run them because even if Delta, let's say like somehow they get rid of all your Deltas, you still at least have the 3 targets to get your level 4s back from blowing up the other 3 Electromagnet Warrior guys. So that's always good. So those are the monsters. Let's move on to the spells. I got 3 Poly. It's to bring out Imperion mostly, you can also bring out the Gem Knight Zirconia. Like he's just a big beater just to go into my rank 8s. So he's not like a big must, but I mean usually use Brilliant Fusion just to get him out. So then we have the 3 Fusion Recycling Plants. This is the main searcher for your Poly if you don't open up with one. You dump a card and you can, actually it's almost like a Fusion Recovery as well. Like you can dump 1 card, discard 1 card, doesn't matter what it is, dump it. Especially if it helps, if it's in the graveyard, most of this card is graveyard work. But if you dump it, you can get, if you fuse in the same turn, you can get, I think, once per turn during the end phase, you can target 1 monster in your graveyard that was used as fusion material and return it back to the hand. I mean, you don't get a Poly, but I mean, it's still just as good. Because, I mean, you could run fusion recoveries, but I mean, this is, at least it gets one of your materials back, which could be anything. So, that's good. I run 3 Ties of the Brethren, one of the best cards in this deck because of what it can do. You can, well, it depends on what you have at the time, but usually you want to go, you have your 3 Electromagnet Warriors. You have your 1, you use this, you get the other 2, you pay 2,000. You get the other 2 Magnet Warriors, and then at the end, during your other opponent's phase, you just blow them all up anyways and get your other guys out, Delta or the Vanillas. But I mean, either way, it's still a good card to get them all out, because then next turn, like let's say you have, if your opponent can't get rid of all your monsters, if you have 2 level 4s on, you can go into your rank 4s like Utopia and Lightning and whatever. So it's a good card. It's one of the best cards for this. I have 2 trade-ins for my 4 targets of the Valkyrion Berserkion. Just also Block Dragon, because Block Dragon would be good to get rid of out of hand sometimes, because you can special summon right for back if you have 3 targets. I have 2 Twister, because instead of MST, you'd rather have Twin Twister, because like this works all from the graveyard, so it's not that bad to dump anything. I got 2 Brilliant Fusion, just because it's Brilliant Fusion. Like, people like to throw that engine in everything because of how versatile it is. But it's to get my Zirconias out faster, so they can I can go into my rank 8s. Then I got my 1 Foolish Burial and my 1 Terraforming. Foolish Burial is to dump anything that you need, especially at, well, just a, not situational, but like depending on what you need at that time, you can dump whatever you need to get in there and just go off from there. Just be able to get what you need out of the graveyard, or even if it's like Century of Stone Soldier or Block Dragon or whatever you need. As long as this goes from the deck to the graveyard, most monsters that go there are good, and Terraform is just to search out your spells. Okay, let's move on to the extra deck. The 2 boss monsters. Empyreon, he's like a 1-turn, like he stops everything. Like, if you can get Empyreon out, he can stop whatever effects once per turn, like 1 spell, trap, or monster effect. And it's pretty good because I've been able to stop a lot of stuff with his effect. I might bump him up to 3, but I like him at 2 because sometimes I find that I don't have enough, like, well, because you can only play the 3 and sometimes it clogs, but to have, even sometimes to have just 1 can stop games. So he's a 4,000 beater that can stop one effect per turn, so it's, and on either player's turn, so it's pretty good. And if he gets destroyed, I think by a card effect or battle, he can special summon Valkyrion Berserkion from the deck or hand without ignoring their summoning conditions. So that's pretty good. So we got 2 Zirconias. He's just a rank 8 target. I mean, he's a pretty big beat stick, but I mean, well, 29 is okay, but I mean, he's just there for the rank 8 targets. I just use him to hopefully get either Block Dragon or even a second one of him out to go into my rank 8s. If I don't open up with him or him, the game pretty much gets rough for me. So I play the 1 Harbinger. Harbinger just, one time I opened up with both Empyreon and Harbinger, and the guy wasn't too happy because I was stopping everything. Stopping 1 spell per turn and 1 whatever trap or monster effect, so he wasn't really going anywhere. I got the 1 Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon. He's good because then if you could steal any XYZ monster from your opponent, I just overlay with Galaxy Eyes Dark Matter, so then he stays on my side for the rest of the game unless I use the overlay for it. But that's the only rank, well, those are the 3 rank 8s I play because it's hard to have a good one for this one. I play 1 Utopia Lightning and 1 Utopia. Just extra damage to take games. Like, he can, it's lightning. Lightning can take games. It's crazy. I play 1 Daigusto Emerald. He can either bring back my Electromagnet Warriors or he can special summon one of my vanillas. It depends. It's all situational because it depends on what you want. But you want your other guys back, your Magnet Warriors. So I play 1 Castell because you want to try getting rid of stuff off the field as much as possible. You got Livar the Sea Dragon because he gets your banished stuff back. So I mean, even if you banish one Electromagnet Warriors and you special summon him, you get their effect off again anyway, so it's pretty good. Play the 1 Sea Dragon because he gets all your banished stuff back, so that's pretty damn good. Like, no matter what you banish, like while your level 4s are under, like if you're using Berserkion's effect, you can get them all back with this at least. Well, not all back, but most of them. And then I played 1 Grand Pulse because Grand Pulse is a good stopper for your spells. You don't want you don't want as much stuff going on as possible with this deck because I don't run any traps. So I run traps in my side deck, but not in the main deck because you need as much searching. Well, not searching, but like going through the deck as possible, or at least graveyard effects. And I play my 2 Gorgonic Guardians. They, what to say, they call this the Gorgonic Guardian fleet because when you get this guy out, you can, on either player's turn, you can target a monster and negate its effects and put it to 0, and then on your turn, you can destroy one monster with 0 attack with one of its materials. So it's pretty good. So, like, Gorgonic can stop a lot of guys, like, as long as it's good. Some people run him at 3. I like him at 2 because sometimes I find that, yes, I could go into him, but he's not that big of a beater. So it's hard to like keep up with him. Anything can pretty much beat over him if you don't get to use his effect properly. Like if you get striked and then someone just run right over him next turn. But I don't know, he's okay. I like him. But yeah, that's my deck profile for the Magna Wars. Hopefully you like it. Like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for watching. Bye.